LANCOME, a brand I never know whether to love or to be bored with. A brand I never know if it's youthful and cool, a la Lisa Eldridge leading things, or kind of grandma's brand. So we're going to look today at a new product from LANCOME. This is the Teint Idole Ultra Wear Shape Stick. For those of you interested in LANCOME for more than just mascara, because you know they are great at mascara and they make some great eyeshadow palettes too, but today we're going to look at this shape stick. This is not just a foundation stick, it's a shape stick. If you get it in a deeper shade, it can be a bronzer. If you get it in a slightly lighter shade or the same shade as your foundation, it'll also act as a concealer. What stick foundation wouldn't? I think it's kind of a marketing thing. I mean, I think they all would. $46, 24 shades. I got the shade 210 Buff Neutral. It's about one. If you're my skin twin, this is one shade too light. I have it bronzed up now. We're doing the wear test. You'll see when I apply it. I could get away with it, but it's a little light. This has a 19-degree slanted bullet. If you use it this way, it's going to go 20 degree. It's going to go all 30 degree. It's going to go down and down and down, right? I don't know. They have their protractors out, but it's a soft stick. So it's 19 degree when you open it. I don't know. At any rate, this promises medium natural coverage, has no scent, which is going to be nice for those of you because this will compare to the Dior in terms of coverage. And if you don't like that Dior scent, then you might like this. So what we're going to do now is we're going to head on over to application where you'll see it's a little too light for me, but we bronze it up. We're doing okay. And then we're going to continue on with the wear test. So stay with me here on Not Fit for Print Beauty. Make sure that you are subscribed. I got 25 years of reviewing thousands of makeup products and I can help you decide what to spend your money on and what not. I did it in print before and now I'm doing it here with you all on YouTube. Let's go to the demo. Okay, I still have my Chantecaille brush out, cleaning it after I did their concealer review. So we'll use that today. I like their brushes. This is the Chantecaille Blend and Conceal. Okay, all right, so let's do one side of the face here. So here is that angle that they talked about, which I thought it was just so interesting that this is at a 19-degree angle. I guess that's measurable. They had their protractors out at LANCOME. Okay, and I'm going to put a little of it under my eyes too because this is a light shade. So we're going to conceal with it also. I think it's actually a little bit too light. Oops, my battery ran out. I'm still getting used to that with this new camera. The battery is really quick, so I don't know where it stopped filming. But anyway, I haven't blended yet. We just have it on one side of the face. What I was saying, that might have gotten cut off, is that this shade is probably what I would use to conceal, and it's probably I could go a little bit deeper, but we're going to just blend it. I'll put some bronzer on, you guys. Honestly, it'll be fine. Bear with me. So let's just test the formula. I don't think I did great on the color. I mean, it's not bad. Right now, it's fairly two-tone. I agree. But yeah, I mean, normally I would go, I think I need to go one shade deeper. Okay, fair, fair. It'll be fine. So right now, this feels really nice on the skin, you guys. Like, it doesn't soak into the skin like a serum foundation would. It's a bit like softer, but look, I'm putting my hands on it and, you know, I wouldn't get goop on my phone or anything like that. So it's almost like more serum-like than a typical liquid, but absorbs into the skin and has a fresher feel than a usual tacky foundation stick. Does that make sense? I just reviewed the Jones Road stick, and that blends into the face, but it is balmier first. And this has no balm feel on the face. And that could be good or bad, depending on your thoughts. Okay, let's take a look here of it used as concealer. I'm going to take, I just touched it here, and I'm going to put a little dab more on just with my fingers. Don't worry, I'm being very gentle to my skin. Just a dab more, and here's nothing. Now, again, please don't judge the color. I do look like I purchased too light of a shade. It's a great concealer shade, though. And I'll bronze it up, you guys, when I put on makeup. All right, I'm going to speed it up and do the other side, and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, Okay, what do you think? So now you're not quite, well, maybe with my neck, huh? You're not quite seeing that this is about a shade, one shade too light. I might get the right shade because actually it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice. Okay, so as a concealer, as a stick, not bad. Now, of course, they did say you can contour with this, and obviously you would, if I contoured with this, there's not going to be much contour happening. You know, obviously it's shade dependent. And you're going to probably say to me, okay, so it's one multi-stick for one thing and you've got to buy 3 different shades. What I would probably do is I would just buy one shade that I would then use as the concealer. To use the lighter concealer shade all over the face, which is what I've done here, is perhaps a bit silly. But I think we're getting away with it. It's not too bad. I'm a little ghostly, but let's just talk about the, let's not talk about the shade. Let's talk about the performance. What I'm going to do now, it feels really nice, you guys. And it's a very straightforward medium coverage. The brand says medium coverage, and I would say yes. And it says medium natural. Yeah, I'm agreeing with that. All right, let's let it go all day. I'll put on a smidgen of makeup, and we'll let a wear test begin. Right now, I think it's blurring and looking pretty nice, albeit too light. We've gone over that. All right. Okay, we are 8 hours later. Let's take a look at what we have here. I have not powdered this or anything like that. Why? Because I don't generally powder my makeup, and we all have different powders we use, right? Loose powder, pressed powder, you know. So let's just see how the makeup is doing on its own. Okay, under the eyes, broken apart a little bit. I used it as a concealer. I used a lot of it as a concealer. I would probably use a little less if I could. I will say this though, let me back up for just a moment. Got a little ahead of myself. Kind of bronzed it up. It's not bad. And maybe do I look a little bit raccoon-eyed because I didn't bronze here, and you could see that it's a lot lighter, but you know, usually you'd have eye makeup on. But I did bronze it up and it looks fine, just to cover up the shade. And I used a powder bronzer. It's the Too Faced. Too Faced has that new one. It'll be in the description bar. And if I can, I'll put it here in YouTube shopping as well, with everything else. But at any rate, it's looking pretty good. And that kind of served as a powder. I will say, underneath the eyes though, it's not, I don't know if it's a concealer. I think this product is an absolutely lovely foundation. It feels really nice. It's pretty on the face, and I get that it works as a concealer. I don't know of any foundation stick that can't also be used as a concealer. It's almost like a marketing thing, you know, like Merit's you can do that with, and I did that a little bit with the Jones Road one when I was using it, and with every other foundation stick I've ever reviewed, to be honest, Dior as well, you know. So this one I think is breaking up a little bit under my eyes, and it's been enough time to do it, but I think it was doing it a lot earlier than this, to be honest, and a little bit here. Okay, so beautiful as a foundation stick if you love Lancome. As a concealer, it'll do ya. As a concealer, you know, it'll work, but I've had better concealers. But it's not bad. Now, as a foundation stick, it's no scent, which is really nice. And, you know, it looks pretty on and it wears pretty, and it's really kind of holding up except for as the concealer. After 8 hours, I still prefer the Jones Road. It's a little bit more buildable. This one's a little bit thicker, but this one definitely has more coverage, and that's kind of nice. This is a definite medium to full coverage. If you are a Lancome fan, you will not be disappointed by this. If you are not a Lancome fan and you are looking for a stick foundation, I think there's others that are on a par or better. I prefer Fenty, I prefer Dior to this, and I prefer Jones Road to this. And if you're going to go with a fuller medium to full coverage foundation stick, yeah, I would go with Dior over this, but Dior has fragrance. And if you're like, Rebecca, I am out because of fragrance, then you might really like this one. Really. It's fuller coverage and a little bit more natural looking. You got to get the right shade. I didn't than Jones Road, but I prefer the Jones Road personally, but I don't like as full coverage. I think this is a really pretty product. I am going to put this in a drawer and probably forget about it forever. Why? I don't know. It's just like not standing out. Lancome kind of has to go far to impress me. Like I really like their lip glosses. And then of course, sometimes they have eyeshadow palettes that are amazing with the whole Lisa Eldridge thing. And I mean, I think the shape of this is lovely and all that. I think it's going to be a good foundation that's forgettable. I don't reach for my Dior a lot, and I hate the fragrance in it, but that's a good foundation stick. And this one, in 3 months, you guys are going to ask me about it. I'm going to go, what did I think of that one? I'll have to come back to this review. And that tells you something right there. Like, I feel like this will be forgettable. Is that a terrible thing to say? But it's true. Anyway, ask me any sort of questions down in the description bar, and I will get back with you. I always chat with my audience. Come over and visit as well on TikTok, Threads, Facebook, and on Instagram, of course. We have a membership here that meets every Friday for lives, or you can watch them on the replays, and I lead that. Get that information down below in the description bar. And of course, where everything is available in the description bar, I'll also try to put it here in YouTube shopping. Make sure that you are subscribed. Lots of new products and good stuff coming up in the next few weeks. And I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Bye-bye.